Thank you for joining me on my learning journey. Today I'm going to be sharing my learnings on how to do the double and half trick on your UIL Number Sense test. And it can be useful for a variety of different number sense problems. So I want to go through some examples just to help you start recognizing where you can use this trick and how to use it. So the actual usage of the trick is pretty simple, but let's go over one of the ways you might use it. So one way is, let's say you have, gonna go with 35 times 80, or let's even say, 35 times 16 even. Let's say 35 times 16. So on first glance, this may look intimidating, but you can use the double and half trick for this. So you can multiply 35 by 2 and get 70, and divide 16 by 2 and get 8. And you'll get the same answer when you multiply these two. So the answer you'll get is 560. So as you can see, it's a really simple trick. Another way you can use it is if you have something like 87 times 22. FOIL is a great trick, but in this case, you can actually make it even easier on yourself by dividing 22 by 2 to get 11 and multiplying 87 by 2 to get 174. And this might be one of the harder times to use it, to remember the number 174 in your head and write it. It's easier when I'm doing it here, but if you're dealing with even smaller numbers, I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's say 4, 1, 9, 1, and you would get your answer. Let's try the same thing with a better example, actually. Let's say 42 times 22. This would be a much better example because you can just see that it would be 84 times 11. So 4, and then 12, carry the 1, 9. So that's the double and half trick for you. As I said, fairly simple, but there are a lot of ways you can apply it. And another way is actually, I want to also bring up this one, is if you're dealing with something where it just becomes a square. So let me actually elaborate more on that. Let's say you have 4 times 16. And so this may be a simple one for you to do in your head, but say you don't know this upon first glance, you can just see that it'll be the same as 8 times 8, or 64. So that's it for this learning. Thank you for joining me. I'll really appreciate it if you leave your comments, feedback, and further suggestions for additional learnings below. I'll see you in the next video.